5 yards of topsoil is a lot more than you think it is.
Wore out, are you, old blue?
Yeah.
I figured it would be. When you told me you were shoveling topsoil, and I was like, whoo, and then you were like 5 yards of it. I was like, come on.
70 wheelbarrow loads. Like right to the brim.
That's 69 wheelbarrow loads too many.
It's a lot of dirt, bro.
That's a lot of dirt, yeah.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, folks. So we're going to do a little different episode today.
Yeah.
We're now switching to a weekly release. Well, as much as possible. I mean, bear with us if we do miss one.
We are trying to get some animals down here, so.
Yeah, we are super busy with work, super busy hunting in the field. We've got a lot of other irons in the fire, other podcasts, a lot of stuff coming up. Some really cool giveaways. Stay tuned for that.
Oh yeah,
we'll touch on that probably.
Big announcement coming soon
in the next few days, probably a week or something like that, brother.
Yeah.
But for today, we decided basically every second week will be a gear review episode that we review gear that we use or have tested by it being sent to us from a company, or gear that we personally bought that we run frequently. And then you guys can kind of get, a gist of what you might like to try or what pitfalls we see with things. And maybe that'll keep you from buying things that don't work out very well. Hence, like the sticks.
Anybody who might be listening that designs these things,
yeah,
we'd love to have a chat.
We've got a couple pointers for you.
Couple ideas.
Not all constructive.
Criticisms.
All constructive.
Yeah.
But some design flaws nonetheless that could be vastly
easily improved on.
I think. Yeah. This episode or this show, we're going to do our Bino harness picks for hunting.
Packs.
We do run multiple chest packs. Both of us run different ones for 3D archery and target archery.
Yeah.
But when it comes to hunting, we have certain packs that we like. And so we'll touch on those today. And like I say, that'll keep you from making any mistakes and buying gear that just doesn't work out, like the sticks that I bought. And we'll get into that on another episode. Anyway.
Okay, we could do that too. Yeah, that's a good one.
We'll do that on another episode. So, brother, what are you running today? What's your pick?
I just picked it up this season. Everything about it so far is just an absolute performer. There's only one negative I have that we will get into, but so I picked up a Badlands Bino XR.
It's a nice pack, man.
Yeah, it's got it's just like the rest of Badlands material. I can't remember what it's called.
That soft touch fabric sort of stuff that's still kind of waterproof.
Abrasive resistant, and it's very soft. It's very quiet touch. Like it's just like it's very gentle. It's got these really super heavy duty pull loops on it. One for hanging, two for opening the compartments, and I mean these things are thick. I can't hardly bend them, so they ain't breaking.
What is it, like braided cable with a coating over it?
Yeah, so it's a Dyneema cord, and then it's almost like it's got fuel line over it, like snowmobile fuel line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like that clear urethane. So the thing that really drew me to this pack, especially for hunting, is I hate having a whole lot of stuff on my front. I can't stand it. I see guys like, and it's nothing against like the Sitka one that I'll speak about, but that thing is a monster.
Sitka's big, yeah.
Well, it's not just the center pack, but then you got, and I understand, it's great to have the storage capabilities and stuff, but then you have these two giant areas on your sides. This thing is all in one. Everything fits, right? So I run a 10x42 Bino. It's got a nice magnet. It folds all the way open, quick and easy. It's got an extra little sleeve here that I find is nice. Just gives it a little bit better closure. Like even when it's not closed, like it just holds the binos a little better. It comes with really nice tethers. Normally the tethers are just like those little strips of material that you weave in through like a belt loop type deal.
Yeah, yeah.
These ones have these real nice big clip D rings.
Oh, the rings. Yeah, they're nice.
With stretchy cord.
Mm.
So there won't be any worry about that. Now, the other nice thing is if you're not running a 10x42, which I'll tell you is basically the max you're going to get out of this thing, if you are running a smaller one, there is a shelf that you can actually raise and lower the bottom of the bino.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you
that's
are
a cool
running a
feature.
smaller set of binos,
To bring them up.
you just bring that shelf up because it's just Velcroed on the inside on the back, right? So you just lift that shelf up and then it'll hold your smaller binos nice.
That way you're not digging for them, like reaching down. They're raised up for easy accessibility. Nice.
Yeah. So now here's my only criticism about this pack. For the lid, I wish the magnets that hold it closed would also hold it open on the bottom. There's nothing on the bottom to hold it secure if you wanted to hold it open for a duration.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it's just gonna, and it's not bad, right? Because normally, like I say, this is my hunting pack. So I'm either stood in a stand, in a tree, right, or in a blind. Not a big deal if it's just hanging there. But if I was to walk around with this open, it would be annoying, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Magnets are super nice and stiff.
Quiet.
Not super noisy.
That's pretty good.
Yep. So this was the biggest kicker for me, was directly below the bino portion is the rangefinder portion. So it's all built handy into the one. So think of like the Alaska Guide Creations that has the Molly pouch that you can put underneath, but this one's built right in. So everything's enclosed, the same nice big bouncy tether, that same big heavy D-loop and magnet. I mean, it's not just falling open on you. Like, you got to open it with intent.
That's pretty handy, man. That's nice to have the compartment underneath. And then it's got two side bolster pockets too there.
So I've still got two small pockets on the side. So on this side, I can still fit my Allen keys. I put my licenses in there, right? This side's got my release in it. On the back, there's a zipper pocket. In the zipper pocket is your rain fly.
Oh, nice.
That comes with it. That's not an extra that you got to buy. And then you still get this giant pouch back here that you could, again, put your licenses. Some people
stick
put
your
their
tags
cell phones in there, right? I usually keep my extra cloth in there for wiping my lenses down.
Yep. That's a good pack, man.
Yeah. So I'm 50-50 on the harness setup for it. I really do like the material. It's a great design for the upper portion. I do find it's a little broad. Like, you'd have to be a big dude for this to, like,
fit well.
You know what I mean? This is the part that I find, like, essentially everybody fails on. There's a million different variations of the top. Some guys get it better than others. This one's pretty good. Like, out of 5, I'd give it like a 3 3/4. This is the part that everybody sucks on. The part that goes around your sides. They're always just these bare little strappies. Like, yeah. But on the other hand, another great thing about the strap system for this is if you're running a Badlands bag, like any of their backpacks, use the Bino Connect system, which I did pick up, and it works fantastic, by the way. If you're going on long walks or you're doing big glassing and stuff and you're going to be wearing your pack all day, man, that thing is fantastic. Just to keep that additional harness out from being bunched up in you as you're moving around all day. Yeah. Just to have that out of the way, it's just that lighter profile again, less layers.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's warmer weather, or even, well, it's not even about warmer weather. It's like, if it's colder weather, then you've got bulky clothes on, and then you've got this harness strung out over you again, which is real uncomfortable with bulky clothes on.
Yeah.
So having that Bino Connect that attaches to the straps of your bag, man, it's so much better. Yeah, I've got the
I
Bino Connect
really
for
do
my
enjoy
Badlands
that.
bag too, for my pouch as well, and it's
Yeah,
great, man. Like
yeah, I
bar none.
really, really do like it. I must say, it's a really good system. It functions as a
Yeah,
unit really, really well. I'll definitely give it that. Yeah.
Badlands makes some good equipment, man.
I have
They
to
really
admit,
do.
man, like I always did like the look of it, but now that I've actually
Yeah,
been getting like familiar with some of the functionality and the actual build quality,
yeah,
there's a reason why they can get away with their unlimited, no questions lifetime warranty
yeah,
because they build their stuff like a tank.
yeah. It's very, very durable. Very durable. Yeah. So I'm running. This is my hunting pack. It's the Bino harness from Pnuma Outdoors. Um, it's great, man. It's a little stiff compared to most packs, like the closure.
Yeah.
So you can see it's a little stiff, but once it gets broken in, it's not so bad.
Hmm.
But I like it because, for starters, it's firm. Like, it has kind of a harder shell,
Right.
so you get a little bit of protection if you drop it or if you fall or some stuff, shit like that. And then it has the molly webbing on the bottom as well, so you can attach, like, if you need bear spray or if you want to attach a, I don't know, a rangefinder pouch. But you don't have to with this one because it actually comes from Pnuma. I don't have it with me right now, but it comes with a matching rangefinder pouch,
Okay.
and it's like $120 Canadian for
For the
the
pair?
the Bino harness and the pouch,
Well, that's
which is
good.
a lot cheaper than most Bino harnesses.
Right. I did
And
forget to mention that this one's $199.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and most of them, but yours did come with a rangefinder pouch technically because it's the bottom chamber, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Most Bino harnesses you pay $200 for, you don't get a
No.
rangefinder pouch, which
No,
is
you don't get
kind of
nothing with.
crazy when you think about it, man.
It's wild.
Like, it
Like,
should
what
come
else
with
are
a
you gonna
rangefinder pouch.
do? You're
Yeah,
gonna have
that's what I mean.
binos and no rangefinder with you?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Don't make sense.
So mine's a little bit more minimalist than yours. Yours has a lot of features. It does have a tab here to lock down the Bino pouch.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a pain though, unfortunately. It doesn't really work quite well. But for me, it's when you're hunting, you're not taking your binos in and out as much.
No, you're definitely
So
not.
I don't mind it being a little stiffer. And then the harness itself is pretty light. It's a good fabric, but it is a bit warm for the warmer weather days. It doesn't have like a mesh back strap.
It is a big, like not, I shouldn't say big. It's a big footprint of material.
There's a lot of
And
fabric, yeah.
that's the thing, right? So that one there, I like a lot better than the one for the that comes from Badlands.
Yeah.
Because that one has more of a contoured padding coming down around underneath the arm as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it has the straps that go around you do have a little bit of padding on the sides back here.
Yeah,
And
whereas mine, as soon as you get to the center of the back, it's just those two little thin ones.
yeah, and the thing I do love about this one is the side bolsters that do come around your sides. It does have attachments on it,
Yeah.
a little bit of webbing that you can put something through, and the straps
I was gonna
aren't
say
stiff
they're
ones.
stretchy, aren't
They're
they?
stretchy, which
I
is
like
real
that.
nice, man, because it
Yeah.
doesn't pinch you up like other Bino harnesses do with just
Yeah.
the webbing straps.
Yeah, especially if
Um,
you had it on last with like just a t-shirt on and then
that's what
you're
I
out with a
mean, right?
coat on.
So it's a little more convenient that way. It does in the
I
back
do
here.
like that stretchy strap.
Yeah, it's nice, man. I really like it. It has a zipper for a rear compartment to keep your tags and whatnot in. On the sides, it has just stretchy elastic pockets. I keep my lens wipe in there, and then it's not. You can put. I get my release in that side.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's pretty minimalist. But it works great. I like the color, and it's durable, man. I think it'll last a long time. The inside is super soft, like
I
almost like
never
a
even
fleece
mentioned
line,
that. Yeah,
which is
mine's the
super
same
cool.
way, like that black fleecy stuff.
Yeah, and it's quiet.
Little ASMR.
it does not make a lot of noise when it closes.
Yeah, yours is definitely a bit quieter than mine.
And it's like self-closing too. So if you let it go, it will work itself closed. Yeah, yours is a bit, right?
Yeah, mine's a sharper, slappy noise.
Yeah. But all in all, man, it's a great harness. I do wish it folded a little easier and locked down a little easier. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Because if you could get it to like stay sensibly like this, and maybe it will when it wears in a little bit more. I mean, I've had it for over
Get
a
wet.
year now. You would think it would wear it out, or wear it in, but yeah, if you could get it to stay like that while you were glassing, it'd be great because you could pop your binos in and out a lot easier. I do also like how it is fully enclosed, so when your binos are in there, they are safe from dirt and weather and all that stuff. But when it's open, it all folds away and the side profile is super thin, so it's easy to grab your binos. You're not like trying to reach in around stuff.
Yeah. See, now
so
me,
I do like that
when I bought mine, I actually went for the opposite effect. Well, yes, I definitely wanted absolute full enclosure. Like, I'll never buy a harness, a chest pack that's not. There's
not for hunting anyway.
No. But I wanted mine to have a bit of a smaller of an opening.
Okay.
Just because I knew I was going to be spending more time in stands and in trees, and I knew I was going to be more mobile. Just for that little extra bit of stay the hell in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm clumsy, right?
Because I bend over and I forget stuff is there.
I drop shit all the time.
I've done that many a time, believe me.
How many
But
times?
yeah, all in all, I think they're both great products.
I agree.
I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them. If you want lots of space, I would suggest probably the Badlands one.
Yeah.
If you're a bit rougher on gear, I would probably suggest the Pnuma case because it does have kind of a harder
shell. Yeah.
So it can take a bit of punishment. It is waterproof, obviously to the extent of not getting it in the seams, but you can pour water across the front of it and it does not seep through the bag. That's a big bonus because if you're crawling around or anything like that in wet grass, it will keep your stuff dry. And I do like having the molly attachment webbing, in case you are like if you're going bear hunting, it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of bear spray with you.
It's not a bad idea.
So it is nice to have, to be able to attach down bottom, and it is like a rubbery material, so it's tough and durable. So, yeah, all in all, it's a great pack, man. I like it. I haven't found anything that I enjoy using more when I'm hunting than this one. That's for sure.
So overall rating,
I would give this one probably
like out of 5.
Out of 5?
Yeah. Oh, you want to go to 10?
Well, let's do it at 10.
Okay.
I would probably give it a 7 out of 10 because there's a couple features I wish were a bit better.
Okay.
One being the fold hold down.
Yeah.
I wish that was better. And I wish they went with a little bit of thinner material across here to make the fold more like easy.
Yeah.
To accept it more, right?
So I'm an 8 out of 10 for the Bino XR.
Oh, big, eh?
Yeah. Because there's only 2 things I would improve. The first one would be the lower straps on the harness.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one would be making the Bino lid be able to stay fixed open.
Right. Okay. Like a magnet down there to just keep it from closing.
Literally, like, I've flipped this thing around and tried to look at different ways to configure my gear and stuff. And it's literally the only 2 faults I can find with it.
Nice. If I had to say 2 pros for this pack, I guess, one of them would be, like I said, the harder shell is definitely the pro on this one. And the fact that it's reasonably priced and comes with the rangefinder pouch.
I will say
you get
that
so much for your money.
Is a very big deal because for $130 plus tax, I mean, Jesus, You can't find nothing for $100 these days.
Not with a rangefinder pouch. Forget it. It's not going to happen. So I think it's priced correctly, and I think you can kind of live with the fact that it doesn't really fold super easy.
Yeah.
When it comes to what you're getting for your money.
But again, as well, if you're not doing the type of hunting where you need your binos in and out, in and out, in and out,
it's not that big a deal.
It's not that big a deal for that pack, right?
Yeah,
so,
like if you're moose hunting or if you're caribou hunting or something like that, or and you're spotting and stalking and you're glassing, like you're walking, you're stopping for an extended amount of time and you're glassing an area, which means they're only coming in and out once. And
yeah,
they're going on the tripod.
They just happen to come out for 15 minutes, that's all, or 2 hours, whatever.
So, the closure thing is not really that big a deal in that scenario because you're just going to pull it out, pull your binos out, and it's going to close back on itself, which is kind of good because then no water gets in there if it is raining or whatever. So, I wouldn't want to use it at a 3D tournament where I'm pulling my binos every target.
No.
I think that would get a little annoying.
No. I honestly think I'm beyond using a chest pack at 3D.
Yeah, and I might be too, but when I do run a chest pack at 3D, it is one that just folds down and stays down.
Yeah.
And then I just pull them in and out, and that's it. And it's not fully enclosed because you don't need it to be. You're not being rough on gear.
Not for 3D, no.
But this was a review based around like my hunting pack, and
yeah,
this is the way to go in my opinion.
Perfect.
Because I do like the stretchy sides.
Now, I think I have found a way to fool the animals.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
But there's only one catch. You got to be in an area that's got cell service.
That has cell service?
Yeah. Hey, listen, anywhere south of Ottawa in Ontario got cell service.
That's true. I'm all ears, though.
So, you need 3 prepaid phones on the absolute cheapest plan you can find.
Yeah.
So you disperse them evenly throughout the trail that you walk in to get to your stand.
Mm-hmm.
You get in your stand. You sit like you normally would for as long as you normally would. Then you pretend to get a phone call where you whisperingly but angrily tell your missus, fine, I'm fucking coming. Then you don't get out of the tree. You wait 5 minutes and you call the cell phone closest to you, in which it plays a ringtone of a man walking through the woods.
So your plan is to fool the deer into thinking that you're leaving.
Yeah.
Because the wife called and you got to go home.
That's right.
Because you left the stove on.
Whatever. So you call the first phone. They hear the footsteps of the man walking through the woods.
Yeah.
You wait a couple minutes more. You call the second phone. They're thinking you're going.
Yeah.
Oh, look, no, he's on up the road there. Let's go on out. Because it happens every goddamn time. Yeah. Either they were there right before you showed up, or they came in right after you left.
Yeah. And then the third phone is the truck starting.
Yeah.
That's the ringtone. That's the ringtone, right? It is a case of it is a case a lot of the times like they're just like that one deer that I had on cam the other day was literally walked by the camera 20 minutes before I was in the stand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The bear that we were after chasing last spring, like he was literally there like an hour after the next day that morning after we left.
Like it's so if we can fool them to think that we've gone, maybe
the struggle is real. None of the boys have tagged there yet, eh?
Man,
and that's strange because Matt's usually tagged out by now because that dude's a killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like he gets
assassin.
Yeah. I've got a viable excuse because I'm still a rookie, right?
Yeah.
But the rest of them, the boys, you got no excuse. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, but I'm hearing it all around. So far, everybody I've been talking to is like, well, some guys got them. Some guys don't.
Yeah, I've heard they haven't moved a lot. There's not been a lot of sign and stuff like that. I was up this morning and I was in the stand by like 6:20. So like 40 minutes before legal light. And it's good, man. We had a cold front. We had snow today. Like, things are happening. It's going to be -1 overnight. It's going to be -1 in the morning. So I'm going to be in the stand tomorrow morning as well. And I mean, hopefully they get moving, right? Like, they have to at this point.
Well, if they're going to get consistent night after night frost,
Yeah.
that's
Like,
for mine. I mean, I know it is for moose, but it's my general understanding that whitetail are the same way. Once that frost really kicks in, that's kind of when the rut really kicks in, and that's when everything goes savage.
yeah, they're just faster moose. That's all.
Yeah,
Smaller, faster moose, basically.
really. I mean, same
Well,
family.
moose are a member of the deer family, so
Yeah.
the biggest member. But yeah, something's got to kick off here soon. I think, I think it's going to be now a matter of patience and being in the field, because you can't kill them if you're not with them.
Nope.
I know a lot of guys, like, they say, well, move stands, move here, but unfortunately, we don't really have that luxury because we only kind
Limited
of
on
hunt public
locale.
land, and a lot of public land is flooded with guys. So
Ridiculously so.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a spot right now. I've been hunting it now for a couple weeks, and I haven't seen a soul in there, which means that's good news. And mostly because I've gone a little bit deeper than most guys are willing to go. Like, there is this trail cam in there, but I pass it like the first 2 steps into the woods, and then I got another 10-minute walk to the stand. So
yeah, that's
like,
what you want.
Yeah, because most guys won't cross the swamp, right? Whereas I'm crossing the swamp every morning.
Whatever.
Well, you got to get in there, right? Like,
That's
I
right.
went back as far as I can to,
You got to
be
go where
away
they
from
are.
people. Yeah, you got to go where they are, 100%, and be away from people as much as possible.
Because deer don't
So
care
that's
the
the point.
swamp.
Nah, they use that thing. They were cruising that. You can see where it's all beat down.
Yeah.
They love that thing. They're
Yes.
motoring through there.
Well, everything's so everything's so lively in there, right? Lots of little buds growing on the plants and stuff.
Oh, absolutely, man. So, and like I say, it's right in between 2 ag fields, and there's still standing corn on both of them. So, like, they've got a food source. There's a nice brook that runs right down the middle of the valley, and it's all clean water. So they've got a water source, and then there's lots of cover in there. So they've got beds. So
are you like on the
and,
side of a hill? You on the side of a hill, like of the
I'm on the side of a hill. Yeah, I'm right between. So the valley kind of comes down like this.
Yeah.
And then the brook runs the middle, and then there's an ag field over here on this side, and an ag field on this side. So I'm just up here on almost the top of the hill, like I can see over top of the corn from a distance, like from a ways away.
Okay.
And then I can see down the valley both ways behind me, and I've got lots of good cover because I've got a couple trees around me. So if they do kind of come in behind me, I'm basically covered because I got those trees like kind of blocking their vision, right?
What's your prevailing wind? Because you say you're basically right at the top of where it dives down.
I'm basically at the top of the ridge, yeah. A little lower, probably on the secondary ridge.
Right, because most everything's going to blow up at you.
Yeah,
so
and the prevailing wind there
right onto the field.
It is a north wind. The best wind in there to hunt is anything but a north wind, actually.
Yeah.
But you can kind of, it's a weird spot.
I meant more so like what's the general wind direction in regards to where you sit? Like what are you pointing at? Are you pointing yourself towards the valley down the hill, or are you pointing yourself to the field at the top?
No, so I'm kind of pointed looking down, like the field runs parallel with the valley. Yeah. So I'm kind of looking parallel with both of those because there's a trail that comes up on the secondary ridge that I'm set up on. And that's how they're accessing up through the field. So basically I'm sitting right on the pinch point of where they come up to feed and then go back to bed. So I'm between their food source, their water source, and their trail to come in and out.
So they're probably going to win you on the way back to bed.
Well, I mostly get a west wind, which is basically a wind coming off the field and blowing straight across to the other field, which is good because as long as they're not directly west of me, I'm okay.
Yeah, but at the same time, that little valley that's there for the river, that's going to shoot air up at you regardless of direction. of wind?
Only in the morning. In the evening, it'll pull down. But I want it to shoot up at me. It's worse if it pulls down, because if it's pulling down into the valley where they're traveling. But it's almost an impossible scenario to get a perfect wind in there. The perfect wind is a south wind. If you got a south wind, you're golden. But that's unless they're coming behind you, in which case you're not golden anymore because you're blowing right at them, right?
Yeah.
So I like the west wind because it's the shortest distance for the wind to blow between the two ag fields, and then that way, if they're cruising the channel or coming up through the trail that they're using, they're not picking me up, and that's beauty. So, with any luck, we'll see what happens. We've got a decent fella on cam, so we'll see what happens.
That's 6 point.
That's 6 point.
Yeah, that'd be all
It's
right.
not bad buck.
No,
I'll take that any day of the week for the first one.
Yeah, I guess you would.
Yeah, 100%. So, back in the
As long as he
saddle
weighs
tomorrow
as
morning.
much as me.
What's that?
Like I always said, man, as long as he weighs as much as me.
Oh yeah, and he definitely does for sure.
He's a good deer. 180.
Yeah,
getting it.
Yeah, he's a good deer.
Yeah,
all right, folks.
I think
thanks
so.
for what's that?
I think so.
Yeah, he's a good enough. He's perfect.
I know there are
first
big deer, but you don't. It's great to get a mature buck all the time and everything, but like, you gotta mix it up too, right?
I'm more of a meat in the freezer kind of guy. I'm not really worried about. I mean, until I got like 10 or 11 bucks under the belt, I don't think I'm going to be bothering like chasing mature ones like specifically.
Nah.
I kind of just want to get into it. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know enough about them to be chasing anything over a 3-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
let them make some mistakes so we can learn.
Yeah, you got to figure out the game, right? Exactly. Okay, folks, thanks for listening. Stay tuned. Like I said, we're coming out every week now with an episode, a shorter one that'll be a review episode, and then a regular episode the following week.
Yeah.
And stay tuned. We've got some announcements coming up, so stay posted. Watch the Instagram feed, and keep up with everything we've got going on. All right, folks. Thank you, and good night.
Love ya.